have, Louis talked over a number of times about how you can be different as a Christian. You don't have to be a particular way. And I like this column by Terry Mattingly, where he says, Dr. Billy Graham is a Baptist, and so is Bill Clinton. You know, usually you'd like put them in two different categories, but no. And he goes on to say that Rick Warren is a Baptist, you know, the purpose-driven life.
Sure.
And so is Reverend Jesse Jackson, civil rights leader. And Dr. Bob Jones III of Greenville, South Carolina. Now, he's a very
conservative.
ultra-conservative Baptist, but so is Al Sharpton of New York. And we think of him as kind of champion liberal causes. And Reverend Bill Moyer, he's done a lot of PBS, is a Baptist, or at least he used to be.
He'd be considered pretty liberal.
Yeah, and so is Pat Robinson.
Right, pretty conservative.
Yeah. So the idea is that he's trying to bring out in this article is that even Christians that have the same title, let's say Baptist, are all over the map. And I think that's the beauty of being a Christ follower. You don't have to conform to any given agenda. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to conform to the word Baptist. I never have. I never will.
Wouldn't you say, let's see, what would be a word picture? You know, maybe it's like we all have our hand in the hand of Jesus. And we may have our other hand in someone else's hand. Maybe a fisherman's hand or iron workers, or you know what would help us appreciate this more? If we could travel around the world.
Oh, sure.
And see how different
the variety and diversity of people who are also Jesus followers.
I've not been everywhere, but we've seen plenty of stuff. You know, we see enough to say a Jesus follower in Kenya, their form of worship would be considered wild and weird if you did it in our church building.
Yeah,
or in
but
some
does
other
it make
place.
it right or wrong? No.
That's the question. Yeah, which one's legitimate?
Yeah.
If you only do it my way, then otherwise you just don't fit. And I don't think Jesus meant it that way.
No, not at all. You're right.
Yeah.
And Jesus, you know, was, you might say, was very liberal. And he himself, if you consider the disciples, the church, he was in church all the time. If you consider the church the temple of his day, he hardly ever went.
Right.
As a matter of fact, we have, one for sure visit, was when we turned the tables, upside down.
Pretty upset.
Yeah. And the way that he was for the Romans, who were the invaders, that the people that took over their country, the Jewish country, he would heal them, or the woman at the well, the adulteress, or he would go into the leper colony. What would that be today? That would be AIDS. So, I mean, wow, he did a lot of things that you would not necessarily equate with being a conservative. As a matter of fact, he did things you wouldn't equate with being liberal. He was like unbrandable. And maybe that's the way we should be as Christians, unbrandable. Friend of all, compassionate towards all.
He did church at Louis Bar and Grill. It was a different name, but he went to a party with tax collectors. They were considered the scum.
Yeah, they were.
Publicans and sinners.
Yep.
So somebody watching, today, we could say, you're probably in the Bible. You're in there. We're all in there.
And Jesus is friend.
And Jesus would befriend you.
Yeah. Good. Okay.